Breaking news is shaking the internet to its core tonight. Karlie read. A longtime fan favorite and one of the most controversial stars of love and hip-hop, Atlanta, has just been jailed in a shocking twist no one saw coming. But that's not even the half of it. Leaked secret tapes, whispered about 4 months and thought to be buried forever, have just surfaced, and they don't just implicate Karlie. No, these explosive recordings drag in none other than Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris, unraveling a scandal that's about to tear the entire LHHATL world apart. Fans are gasping, friends are choosing sides, and the betrayal, it's deeper than anyone could have imagined. In a stunning midnight arrest caught partially on a shaky live stream, Karlie was seen being escorted out of her Atlanta condo in cuffs, looking both furious and devastated. Word on the street. These tapes reportedly contain conversations, confessions, and even some very compromising footage that could upend careers, marriages, and reputations. And as whispers grow louder, fans are pointing fingers. Did Kirk and Mendeecees set Karlie up? Or was she playing her own dangerous game all along? Social media is on fire. Hashtags like #FreeKarlie and #KirkNew are trending within minutes. Spice dropped a cryptic IG story. Rashida unfollowed Karlie. And Sierra, she's gone completely silent. Even Mona Scotjung is reportedly in emergency meetings trying to control the fallout from this chaos. What's on those tapes? Why was Karlie crying moments before her arrest? And how deep does this rabbit hole go? Grab your tea and brace yourself, because this is not just another love and hip-hop scandal. This is betrayal at the highest level, shattered, secrets revealed, and a prison cell waiting for someone who thought they were untouchable. Stay tuned, because we're diving into all the jaw-dropping twists, the emotional confrontations, and the devastating consequences that have turned Atlanta upside down. Trust us, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The morning after Karlie Red's arrest felt like the entire city of Atlanta had woken up to a collective gasp. Phones buzzed with alerts, timelines flooded with blurry videos of flashing police lights outside her high-rise, and a rising chorus of speculation erupted across the internet. But for those inside the love and hip-hop circle, this wasn't just a headline, it was the explosion of a ticking time bomb everyone thought had been defused months ago. It all started with the tapes. The tapes that no one was supposed to know about, the ones rumored to have been recorded late last year during what was supposed to be a hush-hush retreat involving Karlie, Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris, far away from the public eye. Back then, whispers swirled about a failed business deal, some shady investments, and Karlie looking to reinvent herself by launching a risk beauty line that promised to expose realness. But no one knew just how literal that tagline would become. The footage that leaked late last night wasn't just messy, it was incriminating. The first clip, only 36 seconds long, showed Karlie arguing viciously with someone off camera, her voice cracking. "You promised me this was off the record. You said this would never see daylight." Then the camera panned, revealing Kirk sitting on a velvet couch, calm, smirking, sipping something dark. And in the background, unmistakably, was Mendeecees trying to cover his face with his hands. The internet broke within minutes. But behind the scenes, it was pure chaos. Rashida was reportedly the first to be notified. Sources close to her say she was asleep when she got a call from a blocked number. All she heard on the other end was the sound of Karlie screaming and then click. Rashida allegedly tried to call back, but the number was disconnected. She didn't know what it meant, but her gut told her something was very, very wrong. Later, that morning, she unfollowed both Karlie and Kirk. That silence spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' wife Yandi was blindsided. Friends say she found out from Instagram DMs pouring in like a tidal wave. "Your man's in a tape with Karlie." One message read. Another simply said, "Girl, log off." When Yan finally opened the clip, witnesses say she collapsed to her knees. Her assistant had to pull the phone from her hands as she broke down. Back in Atlanta, as police arrived at Karlie's residence, she reportedly refused to come out at first. Neighbors say they heard her yelling through the door, "This is a setup. This is about the Frost files, isn't it? Tell Kirk to face me like a man." That phrase, the Frost files, would soon become the next trending conspiracy. Rumors spread that Kirk had kept hidden recordings, audio files, and even legal documents detailing years of quiet payoffs, behind-the-scenes manipulation, and blackmail against other cast members. Karlie, they said, had finally gotten her hands on some of it and was planning to go public. That's when the tapes leaked in. The cops showed up. Fans began analyzing every frame of the leaked clip, like forensic detectives. In the background of the video, sharp-eyed viewers noticed something shocking. A manila envelope on the table, clearly labeled MSY, confidential. Speculation flew. MSY was that Mona Scott was the LHHATL executive producer, somehow involved, or a victim of blackmail herself. Was this a takedown from the inside? Karlie's arrest only deepened the questions. She was dragged out in sweats, her wig slightly off-center, screaming, "I'll tell the whole world. I got the real tea. I got names, addresses, babies, mistresses, all of it." Her voice echoed as the cops forced her into the back of the squad car. That footage, too, went viral. Over 10 million views in 3 hours. Meanwhile, Kirk had gone completely silent. No statement, no post, no story. Just a single Instagram action. He restricted comments on all his photos. That move did not go unnoticed. People flooded other platforms, demanding answers. Why's Kirk hiding? Where's Rashida? Is this the end of LHHATL as we know it? But then, a surprising twist. Spice, Karlie's sometimes frenemies, broke her silence in a now-deleted IG Live, eyes puffy and visibly shaken. She said, "I warned her. I told Karlie not to trust him. He sweet-talked her into thinking she could control the narrative. But Kirk don't play fair. He never did." The comments section went into meltdown mode. One viewer wrote, "Wait, so Spice is confirming Kirk set her up." Another speculated, "This is giving Mona produced the drama herself. Like, is this even legal?" While fans argued, the LHHATL cast group chat allegedly leaked by a rogue assistant showed utter pandemonium. Screenshots revealed a furious message from Sierra saying, "This is the last time I get caught in y'all drama. I'm done." Erica Mena replied with a string of broken heart emojis, and Bambi. She simply wrote, "Told y'all. Karma don't miss." But perhaps the most chilling reaction came from Yandi. In a voice note that surfaced late that evening, she can be heard whispering, "They think it's over. But this is just the beginning. If they want to play dirty, then let's dig up everything." That cryptic threat left fans spiraling into endless theories. Was Yandi planning a counterleak? Did she have dirt on Kirk, or even on Karlie, that could turn this whole thing around? Or worse, was she planning to go to the press herself? As all this unfolded, Karlie's mugshot was released. No makeup, eyes bloodshot. A faint bruise on her arm, and yet, she was smirking. That smirk ignited even more speculation. Was she smiling because she had an ace up her sleeve? Or because she knew the storm she'd started was far from over? One blogger wrote, "That's not the face of someone defeated. That's the face of a woman who knows something the rest of us don't." As the day ended, more tapes were teased by anonymous Twitter accounts, one promising Karlie versus Rashida audio, another hinting at a baby scandal that will end one of these men. And then, in the dead of night, a new post surfaced on a shady gossip blog. A single phrase in bold red letters, "Midnight arrived like a loaded weapon," and the internet braced itself. The blog that had teased part 2 all day suddenly went dark at 11:58 p.m. Then, just as fans began refreshing like mad, the post dropped. It was titled, "Whispers, Wires, and the War on Women. The Truth Behind the Frost Tapes." It wasn't just one video, it was a thread of 5 clips, each more damaging than the last. And the most jaw-dropping, a secret recording of Karlie and Mendeecees, apparently from a hidden wire, discussing how Kirk had been collecting dirt on his own cast members for years, and allegedly feeding it to production. In the clip, Karlie's voice is hushed but furious. "You think he's loyal to anybody? That man got a folder on Rashida, on Yandi, even on Mona. He ain't building a brand, he's building a war chest. Insurance, in case someone comes for him." Mendeecees is heard replying, "That's why I ain't trust him from the jump." But now you in it deep. Then silence. Then a gasp. Karlie whispering, "I'm getting out, before he burns me too." The clip exploded across every social media platform within minutes. Fans were flabbergasted. Comments ranged from "This is like Scandal and Power had a baby" to "So Kirk's been the puppet master this whole time." But the drama didn't stop with the videos. Less than an hour later, an anonymous email was sent to multiple gossip outlets containing what appeared to be financial documents, PayPal receipts, cash withdrawals, and even flight confirmation. That hush money had been paid out over the past 2 years to at least 3 unidentified women linked to Kirk Mendeecees, and shockingly, Mona, Scott Tung's executive assistant, Mona, who had been silent throughout the ordeal. finally released a cryptic tweet at 2:03 a.m. The empire never falls from the outside, it crumbles from within. No follow-up, no explanation. But the message was clear. She was pissed and she might be preparing to make an example of someone. As chaos reigned, another cast member threw gasoline on the fire. Tokyo Vanity, who had kept her distance from the recent seasons, dropped a shady post. A carousel of old behind-the-scenes pics with the caption, "Bin knew the vibes was off. Don't cry now. Y'all played with demons and got burnt." Hashtag Karmadon clockout. That post went viral in seconds. Fans were now begging for Tokyo to return to the show, even if just to spill tea on what she really saw behind the scenes. But not everyone was ready to talk. Rashida, who had stayed mostly quiet, was reportedly seen at her boutique in tears. A fan captured footage of her telling a friend, "I begged him not to go that route. I told him, if you lie down with snakes, you gonna wake up poisoned. But he ain't listen, he never does." Then came the twist that nobody could have seen coming. A second arrest warrant, this time for an unnamed male cast member. Sources within Atlanta PD confirmed that the warrant was tied to ongoing extortion and conspiracy to manipulate media narratives. Fans speculated wildly. Was it Mendeecees? Was it someone even higher up the food chain? By dawn, rumors were flying that Mona herself had called in the feds to clean house, and the target? Kirk, back at the jail. Karlie Red requested a single phone call, and it wasn't to her lawyer. According to a source inside, she called her daughter Jasmine and told her, voice shaking, "I need you to get my notebook from under the bed. Don't open it, just keep it safe. And whatever happens, don't trust anyone." Jasmine, who had previously stayed out of the spotlight, suddenly found herself thrust into the center of a media firestorm. Paparazzi camped outside her apartment, and TMZ even offered her $50,000 for an exclusive sit-down interview. She refused. But then, that same evening, she posted a single Instagram story, a photo of a locked safe, with the caption, "The truth is heavy, but I'm stronger." The post racked up over 4 million views in under 2 hours. Meanwhile, Mendeecees and Yandi were spotted leaving their Atlanta rental in separate cars. An insider close to the couple revealed that Yandi had confronted Mendeecees over his shady role in the Karlie tape and allegedly found old messages from Karlie on his burner phone. The messages read, "You told me you burned the tape, and I trusted you. Now I'm locked up, and you're hiding." Yandi reportedly lost it. "You lied to me. You lied to everyone. How long you been protecting him?" she screamed before tossing the phone into the hotel pool. The couple is now reportedly separated. As the week dragged on, more details surfaced. A former LHHATL producer came forward anonymously, stating that Kirk had in fact been secretly recording private conversations for over 3 years and that some of those recordings were used to blackmail cast members into filming certain scenes. He kept it all on a hard drive he called the vault, the producer revealed. He said if anyone came for him, he could bury half the show with a few clicks. Fans were shocked. Comment threads lit up with conspiracy theories. One user wrote, "This explains why Rashida always seemed to forgive him. She wasn't weak, she was trapped." Another posted, "Karlie ain't crazy. She was warning us the whole time." And then came the final bombshell. Jasmine posted a second story. This time, it was a voice memo, just 11 seconds long. Karlie's voice, faint but clear. "They used me, all of them. But I got names, and if anything happens to me, Jasmine, you release it all." That was the moment the world realized. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a war. And Karlie Red, she wasn't the victim. She might be the key. As the storm surrounding Karlie Red's arrest grew more intense, the world waited to see who would be exposed next. But just when the internet thought it had reached its drama threshold, Jasmine Redwin's the quiet, reserved daughter of one of reality TV's loudest voices took center stage. She hadn't spoken to the press, hadn't granted interviews, but in one bold move, she made her intentions crystal clear. At 7:12 p.m., Jasmine posted a photo to her Instagram feed, her mother's infamous red journal, sitting next to a hard drive labeled The Vault. The caption was just 2 words, "Tick Tock." Fans erupted. The comments section exploded with blue checkmarks, shocked emojis, and questions. What's in the vault? Is this Karlie's revenge plan? Is Jasmine about to bring down the whole cast? But behind the scenes, chaos erupted within the LHHATL family. Producers were scrambling. Mona Scott-Young was reportedly in a closed-door meeting for 6 straight hours with lawyers and crisis managers. One insider claimed Mona shouted during the meeting, If she leaks that footage, VH1 is done. Meanwhile, Kirk Frost, who had vanished since Karlie's arrest, was spotted boarding a private jet at Fulton County Airport. Alone. No Rashida, no crew. Just a single duffel bag and a look of pure dread on his face. Someone snapped a blurry photo of him mid-boarding, and by the time it hit the shade room, the caption was already going viral. He running like the tapes don't got receipts. Inside sources close to Rashida revealed that she had finally seen part of the second leaked tape. The one showing Kirk and Karlie in a suspiciously intimate hotel room exchange. In the video, Kirk is heard saying, "I've protected you for too long, Karlie. If you leak those files, we both burn." Karlie fires back, "Then let it burn, Kirk. I'm tired of being your pawn." Rashida reportedly broke down after watching the footage. Her best friend, who asked to remain anonymous, said, "She threw a glass at the TV, screamed, 'He did it again,' and I stayed." Again, she feels humiliated, betrayed, and she's done. Hours later, Rashida posted a message on her Instagram story that sent shockwaves through her fanbase. Marriage is not supposed to feel like survival. No names, no tags. But everyone knew who she was talking about. Yandi, meanwhile, was on a warpath of her own. The footage involving Mendeecees was spreading like wildfire, and though he'd denied being part of the scheme, a new leak showed otherwise. In an audio file titled "Lobby Deal," December 2023, Mendeecees is heard telling an unidentified voice, "Karlie's scared, but she got nothing, and if she ever gets brave, Kirk's got the tapes. He'll bury her before she can speak." When Yandi heard the clip, she reportedly locked herself in the bathroom of their Atlanta home for hours. A close family friend said, "She told him, 'I held you down while you were locked up, and this is how you repay me.' She's shattered. But she's not staying silent." By midnight, Yandi released a video on her IGTV, visibly composed, but her voice trembled with emotion. "I've been quiet for too long, and I've watched men play chess with women's lives like it's entertainment. But what's happening to Karlie, to Rashida, to me? It's not a storyline, it's abuse. And I refuse to protect anyone who benefits from keeping women silent. The truth is coming, with or without me." The video was shared over 1.6 million times in 24 hours. Meanwhile, Jasmine Red wasn't done yet. At 2 a.m., she tweeted a single sentence, "If I disappear, check the vault." That tweet became the #1 trending topic in under 30 minutes. News anchors covered it. Fans flooded her inbox. Conspiracy theorists dissected every second of Karlie's past seasons, looking for clues. But Jasmine was focused. According to a source close to her, she had hired a digital forensic expert to verify and organize every file in her mother's hard drive. The vault contained over 3 terabytes of. Couldn't run from it either? They thought jailing my mother would silence her. Instead, it woke up an army. And we're not done. The chat was flooded with hearts, crying faces, and messages like, "We got you. We ride for Karlie," and exposed them all. As the live ended, Jasmine smiled softly and whispered, "This ain't the finale. This is just the season opener." And there you have it, folks, on explosive unraveling of secrets, betrayal, and long-buried truths that have rocked the entire love and hip-hop universe to its core. From Karlie Red's shocking arrest to Jasmine's courageous defiance, from Kirk Frost's cold manipulation to Mendeecees' whispered deals, and from Yandi's heartbreak to Rashida's awakening, the dominoes have fallen. And what's left is nothing short of a shattered empire built on silence, fear, and control. But now the silence has been broken. The vault is real, the evidence is undeniable, and the world is watching. Karlie's fight may have started behind the scenes, but Jasmine made sure it ended front and center with millions of eyes and even more hearts on her side. What began as a scandal has transformed into a movement, one that demands accountability, justice, and the end of exploitation in reality television. The fandom is no longer here just for the tea, we're here for the truth. But the story isn't over. Arrests are still pending, court dates are being scheduled. More files from the vault may surface. And insiders are already whispering that a tell-all book and a documentary deal might be in the works. So what do you think? Was Karlie a victim or a mastermind? Should VH1 be held accountable? And are Kirk and Mendeecees finished, or will they try to fight back? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Karlie should be freed? Should Jasmine release more from the vault? And who do you think is next? Make sure to like this video, subscribe for real-time updates, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the next drop, because, trust us, this storm is far from over. Until next time, stay woke, stay loud, and stay watching. Because reality just got to real.